Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm finally ready. Sorry, everyone. I need to wolf down some food. I've been out all day, and as such, let's just put it this way. I put it in the microwave, turned out a little bit hotter than I was planning, and that messed with it. No sound. Sound now. Don't worry. I assume that means my sound is back, but yeah, we're going to continue finally with the pit lane challenge that was offered by Wazbek here, and so far, I'd say we've done fairly well. We are 200 points behind McLaren Red Bull here. I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. I did not forget about you. I just needed to eat. Hello, hello, everyone. Hope you're doing good today. And let's see. Is there a stream delay at the moment? I think we are good, but we shall see. Hello, Armies. Hello, Ty. Hello, Tekka. I see Floof. I see Chrisify. And are there any others chilling in chat? Seem like we are ready to go, honestly. I'm good. I've just been a little bit busy today. Been a little bit tired, but all in all, I think we're in a good spot here as overtaking for science gets improved. Hope everyone else is doing okay. Doing well. Hello, Nabitsuki. We are going to sign Tondu. It's 1.6 million. We do ride that limit here in this save on money. And we're going to ride it even more. Also, I got hiccups because I wolfed down my food, so you might hear some weirder noises than usual. We'll have to deal with it. All streams in, you're not first yet? Yeah, I've been watched. I am fully watched. You are correct on that one, Floof. But yeah, let's see what we actually have to sort out. Okay, so we're running a bad side pod for this one. By the looks of it, because we're not getting that side pod done in time. I don't think I want to emergency manufacture here, but we might have to. Yeah. Who is our current leader in the points? It is Science, so he's going to be given priority, even though it's just 3 points between them. And honestly, does also have the mentality buff that kind of brings him, I believe, basically higher rate than Alonso, which sucks, but we'll deal with that. Okay, side pod. As mentioned, we can emergency manufacture one, but that's going to cost 2 million. That is not going to work out for us. We're going to have to make one normally and get it ready to the next race. I think that's going to be the better deal. And Alonso is just going to have a bit of a hard time around here. There's just no way around it. Our car still isn't super amazing, but we do have a little bit of work ahead of us here in that regard. So I'm sorry, you are going back to the terrible design. I can kind of see just how bad it is compared to the first one, just like this. The next person to join Discord is member 600. Yes, you are correct. Acceleration not a stat we can upgrade in Viewer Driver Champ Season 2, right? It's going to be dependent on your engine, Christify. Your engine choice is going to be the main deciding factor to your acceleration. Because I assume you mean the acceleration stat on the car, like this right here. That's just tying to engine more so than anything else. Yeah. Let's get the training sorted, and then we are just going to jump straight in here. I think we are okay. As it is. Put in a couple of gym training sessions here. And honestly, we should actually rest here before we go into summer break. That's a lot of training time. Can be saved by just taking it a little bit easier. So like so, we're good, and we are ready to go to Silverstone. Love to see how many races I do today. I don't think it's going to be too many. I have about an hour. No, not an hour. A couple of hours. Maybe 3 if we're lucky. But we are going to be somewhat limited on how long we play today. Okay. The chance is looking good. The rear wing's looking good. We do need to get another underfloor. Let's just get the tier 3 one, like so. And how we're looking for the suspensions. I kind of want to go for this one. We are getting to a point where it's going to be quite a big upgrade. And we can actually get 2 of these made before Budapest. So let's go ahead and get that sorted. And like so, we're now ready to go to the race weekend. You know, engine all the way for Floof, yeah. We should open the drive aspect tomorrow. I'm pretty sure these regs are as good as it gets. Yeah, I'm gonna open it probably either late tonight or tomorrow morning for me. It seems like we are getting to the finish point there, Christopher, yeah. Oh, Zach, it's going good. Getting ready to get absolutely pummeled again here by starting in the pit lane and trying to beat the big bad boss for this one, which has turned out to be McLaren of all teams. We've neutered Red Bull. I might need to neuter McLaren by, say, stealing Piastri. We'll have to think about that one. Now, at this point, I'm also going to go a little bit more min-maxy here. We're going to allow the parser to be used in practice. And generally, I haven't done that much in this game. And, well, now we kind of just have to get the points that we need in the second half of the season. We have gotten the car set up now. We've got everything kind of sorted. Now is the time when we need to start closing that gap to McLaren as much as possible. And starting with some bad components here. That's going to be a little bit difficult, but I think we can make it happen. Glad to hear that, Zach, that you're doing good. Having a little wind in my area today. Was since yesterday, that's not good. Can I change driver transfer after Season 1? If you're planning to do that in the in-game edit, James, that's not possible, unfortunately. The in-game editor only allows you to start to change things at the start of a save. And then you are kind of stuck with that, including your calendar and things like that. So, a bit unfortunate, but it's just how it is. Loving this update, you got a lot of options to do. I make 2013 season with generic drivers to change the names. Yeah, like you can do a lot of stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to probably putting together some more like that in future. Well, also, since we're starting the pits anyways, we might just figure out what the better setup is. So we're just going to do this. Go full send. And we are going to do one lap in qualifying to just figure out the setup. And I do also need to switch the engine and components back. But we're starting the pit lane anyway. So honestly, forgetting, it's not actually a problem. And also, I'm sorry for yelling. Got a little bit excited there. But yeah, forgetting to switch out my component for quali is not actually a problem. Because we are going to be... doing that anyways once we're done with it. Started this Excuse me, I just started the challenge, but us drove out of the pit lane and accelerated straight into the queue of cars. They have bought us, we need to go bowling. Didn't fight over a decent, and it's a bit rank. The problem is, Christopher, last time around the engines were more of a deciding factor than we wanted. So this is also going to act as a bit of an experiment on the engine to see how, if everyone gets a little bit closer, is there too many points given for the engine choice, things like that. So we're still experimenting. This is still a very, very fresh concept, so to speak. So in terms of the newer drivers, or... Oh, red flag. Hauger has sent the Ferrari pack-in. Straight to the Shadow Realm. So yeah, that's something that people do need to keep in mind. The driver championship thing is also very much a work in progress. Nearing the end of my first season in custom save, 2 drivers are locked in a fight for the World Championship with 4 races remaining. Well, good luck in keeping it neutral and not influencing it. Hauger has in fact binned it, and he's binned it pretty hard. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and update our car completely. Now, generally, I don't do this in 24, and that is because every time you switch a car component like this, you are going to be sent back to the pits. So you would do this before qualifying anyways, to avoid that. But the main reason why I don't do this is every time you change a car component, your pit crew gets a little bit of fatigue. So if you change a lot of components over the course of a race weekend, your fatigue will be a lot higher than was expected. And that can really, really backfire. But in this case, I think we're good, 92, 94%. We are just going to get started here and jump directly into the race itself. I should also put an upgraded rear wing on Alonso's car. Let's just check here that I haven't screwed him over in any other ways here. So currently we have just the one underfloor. We just have that one extra suspension. The sideboard, as mentioned, we just have that one. So yeah, I haven't screwed Alonso over in any other ways, but yeah, we're definitely not having a good time here. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, basically, anytime you change like your powertrain engine, ERS, gearbox, it just adds a tiny bit of extra fatigue. Now, of course, it's not a huge amount, but if you for both drivers and you do it every race weekend, you basically lose quite a bit of progress. And also, if you are on the limit, like say, oh, my guys aren't going to go into weary, we're just going to be tired, for instance, which is usually where you are during race weekend, you can suddenly have a scenario where you say end up at 45%, well, not even that, 46, 47. Then you do these engine and powertrain changes, and boom, you now have weary for the race, and you get a ton more pit stop issues, because that is generally what seems to be the issue when people on Reddit say that, oh, I have 4%, 4-5% chance of making an error, but my pick remain an error for every stop. It can be very, very bad luck. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Bad luck happen. But in most cases, it's just that very, very simple thing that, oh, you've gone ahead and push your picker into wary, and that's an additional, 20%, 15 to 20% right there. And that does have an effect. So we do keep that in mind. Do I want to... We're starting at the back, is I think we do want to go a little bit more aggressive. But already, you can kind of see this is already a lot slower than just running light at the back. I think we are going to try and just run light at the back and manage here. It is Silverstone. There's not much you can do in terms of tire strategies. So we're going to do this. What we could do instead, of course, is the classic where we go medium first into 2 lights offs. That might actually be the better option here. And I think we'll try this instead. This way we can attack a little bit early on, and then we can actually get past the cars that are in front of us. I do need another mental reset here to how we actually play from the pit lane compared to how we play from our front. It does change things around a little bit. We're not going to use energy immediately. We are just going to push the tires. We are going to go ahead and under fuel. It is the best way to both get a good time around, across the race itself, and also save your engines while you're at it. So all in all, it works out to your advantage.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And
okay, so we have Hauger here with us, unsurprisingly, I might add. We are just chilling in the lane here. Verstappen leads everyone away. We have Piastri and Norris right behind him. And as I mentioned here, the McLaren has about 75 point advantage over the RBs. So we do need to get back into this fight here, hopefully very, very soon. Hauger is pulling away here because he's deploying energy. We are not. And honestly, there's no point in deploying energy here to catch up the cars ahead because, well, they are running so close to each other, they will be losing time, all of them, in the corners. I'm thinking there will be slight differences in durability, similarly to the power. We'll have to see. Because I feel like 2.5% and 30 points is a little bit too much. So there will be very slight differences in durability. But we shall see. Even in managed DRS trains are prevalent, yes, you're not wrong. But now though, we're going to allow our boys to just slowly saunter up to the rest. It's going to take a little bit of time here. The AI is pushing everything they have in the first couple of laps. It's just the rule of the game, really. But you can already see here that we are starting to catch up a little bit to the back. And then from there, we can start doing some work. Yellow flag. We have show with a lockup.
Now the action happens as they went into turn 16. And the car fails to respond.
I remember we had a similar incident where someone locked up and everyone ran past them in the Driver Championship too. Which was kind of funny. Gasly, our first victim today. Show doesn't count. He did it to himself. Gasly is our first victim today, hopefully. And I'm going to allow Sainz to use energy to just get by him. The gap is widening. We need to clear him and start moving forwards. I think anyone has seen a normal grid. That makes sense, to be fair. Sax cars are just pushing away, and the rest are struggling. But yeah, there we go. Alpine first overtake, as God intended, I guess. I'm going to allow Alonso to push a little bit too. But yeah, now this 3-second gap up to Hauger. Gasly is a bit slow. I don't know why exactly, to be fair. Maybe he suffers the same problem we have in terms of lacking components. Yeah. Alonso has also made his way past. And the gap's already starting to form here. We do need to make up 16 seconds at the moment. That is going to be a little bit more difficult now that we do head to the big train with both Hasses and Ocon is not forgotten. I love just teasing Floof because you get that reaction. I'm sorry, mate. I just could not resist in the words of Jack Sparrow. I know as races are remaining. Well, we're going to be taking out the race we did in Season 1, Christopher, and then we'll roll from the remaining 16. It has not been decided yet, but before long we'll figure it out. Also gets Hauger. Sainz here now is going to try and hunt down Magnussen. And there are a lot of soft runs here, so we are going to be doing a lot of undercutting, to be fair. We'll have to deal with that as we go. Thank you very much, Ty. Appreciate it. You went with the happy shit too. Thank you very much for that. The super that right there. How are you doing? Like you're leaving bait and biting every single time. Yeah, if you are, that's what makes it funny though. I'm sorry though, but again, it's just in good fun. Will there be new drivers in Season 2? Yes, I'll be opening the application process probably later today or tomorrow morning, depending on how long I stream and what I have the energy for tonight, as I still need to get around the grid. So I want to get that out pretty soon. It's been a while since the last one. Okay, we are moving up here very, very slowly. And for now, we're just going to allow Sainz to do his own thing, try and chase down Hulkenberg, Sargent. The gaps are forming. Overtakes are going to be a lot easier right now. But then we are getting closer and closer to the points again. We are losing time compared to the McLarens. That's because we are stuck in traffic. The longer we are stuck in traffic, the worse. And that's why undercutting is kind of a prerequisite, I think, to get anything close to a victory in Season 1. Maria, do you think it's fun? Well, if it becomes not fun at any point, Floof, just let us know. Hello, David. How you doing? And while David arrived, Sainz is moving up very, very rapidly, and now he has to deal with the danger of Sargent. And after that, the danger of Stroll. We have two dangerous overtakes coming our way here, as Alonso is making short work of the cars behind. Let's see here now. Sainz should be able to just drag race past, but Sargent is actually pretty defensive here. Soft tires they have are starting to go off, particularly for Sargent and Stroll. I don't think we need to deploy here, and we don't. Well, Alonso is actually probably better to just deploy a little bit here and try and get by with the help of ERS more than anything else. 5 seconds now to Stroll, and 21 seconds to the lead. It's not where we want to be here. Need Alonso to just get Hulkenberg, and then he can just DRS past Sargent. Hi Nero, new here. You guys helped me a lot for 23-24, so big thanks for the videos, mate. No worries, I appreciate you. I'm glad they helped, Danny. Thank you. Nice to see you drop by. Yeah, Alonso is moving upwards. Sainz is doing his own thing here. Remember, Sainz has a pretty much a very, very different car compared to Alonso. It's going to be a lot quicker here. So this is kind of what we have to just live with here. That Alonso will be slower. It's not Alonso's fault, it's actually the car's fault. You copy our builds, maxes out, and calls floof minions. That would be funny. Ready, member, mate, appreciate that. Ty is trying to get the 600 member of Discord, so he's working really hard on that. He's very, very motivated, I guess you could say, Benny. Yeah, right now we are back into a kind of more chill place. We just need to try and catch Stroll, Rick, and, well, the top 4 crew here, basically. Stroll picks up a mechanical fault. That could spice things up a little bit. And in terms of tires here, we are going to be seeing some things happen, I think, pretty soon in terms of pit stops. I still want to save our tires as much as possible. The AI is going to go into medium and run it slow. The AI is going to try and manage, I think, a little bit, which gives us a chance to get back into this. And Stroll is actually kind enough to just get out of the way himself. So that is great. I think we're trying 2 more laps here before we pit. I think that is going to be the sweet spot. And we should be seeing some cars jump in the pits on this one. None of the top 4. Verstappen goes for the undercut. I need Verstappen to do okay right now. I need Verstappen to perform a little bit and beat Norris and Piastri. Not us, though. Just Norris and Piastri, and then I'll be happy. Yeah, it is time to pit. There is enough of a gap between our cars that I think we can do a double stop. This can also backfire horrendously, mind you. But I think we have just about enough to make it work here. And we should be pretty much okay. Hey Nero, how are you doing today? I'm waiting for Season 2. Well, Season 2 is coming this weekend. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Nero wins this race. I'll send another stick. Appreciate it, Ty. We'll have to try a little bit harder then. Just like gaps here, we are basically kind of now running the same pace really as the top teams. So we just need to try and catch them with the light soft strategy, and we are running very, very close here. Let's see it from Alonso's angle how these pit stops go. So Sainz is going to come in first. That's a little bit slow, 3.1 seconds, and we also butchered one of the pit crews on our way out. But yeah. That's an acceptable double stop. It's not amazing by any means of imagination, but Alonso would lose more, I think, if we stayed out. So I'm happy with it. But yeah, 3.1 second, that is disgraceful. That is actually disgraceful. Now I'm gonna be heating up these tires very, very slowly, which is not the optimal way to do it. But we do need to manage tires around here. It is Silverstone. It is high tire drag, and if we don't do it, we're gonna end up regretting it. But yeah, for Sainz here, we do need to get Show and Gas into the pits. We need to shoot them into the pits immediately and try and make some moves. We're also getting confidence back, which is huge. Boom, 100 in every 100 in the 5 stats we can buff, if you will. And that's going to make overtaking here a lot easier. Remember, Stroll is the one on fresh tires out of the cars ahead here. Hamilton too, but he is further up the road. So if we get Stroll here, and then Gasly, and then Ocon, bye-bye, boys. Beautifully done there by... that was beautifully done by Sainz. Beautifully done by Sainz. Just immediately runs past everyone and up into 9th now. We're still far behind Tsunoda, for instance, but Perez is now the leading car. I don't know how he's pulled this off, but... you love to see it. And for Alonso here, we are going to need to give him probably a little bit of help. I'm going to have him harvest for now. It's a long DRS train. Need a little bit of energy to power our way past. Then we will... going.
Can push for build-up temperatures.
There we go. Also actually just gets it done on show without even... without even using his battery. Same here with the Gasly. Now Ocon's up next. Ocon peels into the pits. This is, so far, going pretty good our way. I think it's going to be difficult to win. But we might be able to put ourselves in a much, much better position than we're in currently. As a science pace, it is a 32.9. There are cars that are slower ahead. There are also cars that are quicker. But it's a good starting point now after the pit stops. I'm going to be making Floof in Discord like a driver discussion thing, as well as a driver application thing. So I'll make a place to discuss the drivers themselves. And I'm going to give Tekka his own little place because he wants to basically be the driver championship newspaper, if you will. I'll be setting that also up before we get started this weekend. I think Science is doing an acceptable job at the moment. We aren't catching Perez by any means of imagination, but the AI does love to destroy their tires at the start of stints. Take it slower towards the end. And that is kind of what I'm banking on right here in order for us to get a good finish here in Silverstone. Well, Hall of Fame newspaper, race, summaries. I felt like the newspaper was an acceptable way to go for a Tekka. And I'm basically just trying to call it the Tekka's newspaper. The Tekka report, if you will. If you have a different name in mind, please let me know. How will our teammates be chosen? You will be teamed up, Christopher, primarily on engines, and then secondarily on which team you want to be on. So there's going to be 2 criteria. Because the engines do change how your driver is set up, it is going to mess around with it. And I'm also going to have the applications both specify which stats are related to engine, which stats are not, so that if you end up with a teammate that doesn't have a wish for an engine simply because we can't make it match up, then you'll just have to run with the standard build. So, but I'll sort that out later. We'll figure it out. I think we're gonna have a fun weekend ahead of us. I will think something up. Sounds good, Tekka. Okay, currently we're looking good. You might also be worried that we're running these tires cool, but like 1 degree is acceptable. And that is kind of what we're doing here. So as of now, I'm very, very happy with how things are going. We're not really catching the cars ahead, but we're not expected to catch the cars ahead here. We can't best them on tire strategy. We have to try and just manage our tires, and that way get a little bit of an advantage. Right now, though, you can see Sainz has broken away from Danny Rick. The cars ahead are starting to suffer more and more on their tires. And we are going to slowly, I think, start reeling some of them in. Nerf Pocket Petrov for real? Well, we were considering nerfing Petrov by putting him on the Floof team. I called from to Discord yesterday because I was proudly showing off my wall. Well, that's kind of how it goes if you're showing off a wall, Floof. Haven't seen Hippity on stream. Hippity was here last weekend during the driver championships. This driver was trying very, very hard to get things done. He even scored a couple of podiums and took out a couple of people and got assassinated too. So as you can imagine, not the best day for Hippity Hoppity in the driver championship. But yeah, the gaps are pretty much the same here. 6 and 7 might be what we have to go for. Then we'll just have to cross our fingers that Norris and Piastri are 4th and 5th. Because right now we are catching up to the Mercs. Tire-wise, their tires are starting to go off. Our tires still have a little bit more in them. And in terms of lap times there, we are still 4/10 on Russell, over a second on Hamilton. A little bit slower here than Verstappen and Tsunoda. That is just how it rolls sometimes. I'm going to have Sainz do a little bit of harvesting while we're behind Hamilton. With DRS, it's kind of easy to fill up your battery and not lose as much time. That is kind of what we're doing at the moment. We'll do the same for Alonso once he catches Danny Rick. Put him back to neutral now, and we should still be in a pretty good spot. If you want to race, clap your hands. Ty showing up because Ty believes he should have won the driver championship, but unfortunately Petrov took it from him. So if you want to get back at Ty, just tell him that he came 4th in the championship, didn't even get on the podium, and then you can fire back at him. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it was fun, to be fair. But at the same time, Floof, when it comes to showing off, you have your own way you can show off, to be fair. Sainz just immediately gets Hamilton here, which is very, very good. We have Tsunoda in the pits. Oh, it's a slow stop. We've seen this before. We've seen this a lot before, actually.
Not a good stop.
It was interesting the first time I look at a different team here. Even they get jinxed. So Verstappen with a mechanical fault. That's not necessarily what we want to see here.
Now down to the pits.
I'll get two with a pit stop issue. How do I want to do this then? How do I want to play this? Right now we are pulling Hamilton along and his tires are about to explode. There's no point using like energy here to get away from him, I feel. We'd rather use the energy later on to get away from him. It's still 13 seconds to get up to Verstappen here. And we haven't really been able to close down to the top 5. Yeah, we are limited by the car. The drivers are amazing, but the car is the main limiting factor at the moment. We could get a lucky safety car. It is Silverstone. We're just going to have to cross our fingers and hope. Yeah, I think we are looking for a pretty chill time here. We're just going to have a little bit of fun. Hamilton does pit, kind of as expected, just gets out of the way there. Alonso gets, well, Rick also gets out of the way, so that makes life a little bit easier for Alonso. I'm going to have him push. Do the same here for Sainz, and we're going to probably pit within the next lap for Sainz. But Alonso, do we want to gamble on going one more time around? I think we do. Alonso has better tire degradation than Sainz does. And that we can take advantage of. Verstappen's problem is what exactly? It's the engine, okay. 3 seconds stop there. We definitely need to put up to teach our pit crew how to properly pit. Because they are still very, very slow. Sainz here comes out in 9th after pitting. 7 seconds behind Tsunoda, who's gone to medium. He's going to be on that till the end. And Perez and Verstappen also both go soft tires here, so if we manage our tires better than them, we still have a chance of catching someone. Norris is coming into the pits, going for a medium. Clean stop, unfortunately for us. We'll just have to deal with it. Double stack, please. Sorry. Wonder how close when two cars can get without crashing. Very close. Oh. Luke is just already trying to scare people with the defense build. Another 3-second stop. Well, I have folks getting the error chance down, so I guess it makes sense from that perspective. Yeah, from now there isn't really much we can do. We are just going to try and manage as best as we can. The strategy here isn't really going to have much of an effect. And as of now, I believe Russell here is the final one to pit. Does come out behind Hamilton. And in terms of Sainz, it's going to be within DRS. And the goal here is, of course, going to be Tsunoda. 5th and 7th, unfortunately, for this one. Hello, Park Petra, how you doing? What if P1? I'll just see how that goes. I don't know if there's anything really I can do from here. I need the car to be improved. That's going to take a while. Like, we have good drivers, we have an okay car. It's just a time loss from starting in the pits, which is about 20 seconds. That is the big equalizer, the big problem, if you will. In terms of tires, we are basically running very similar to cars ahead. That too is a different problem. Yeah, Hamilton, Russell, Tsunoda, we are getting into that DRS train with Sainz. Alonso is going to probably just be fighting for 10th here, which is going to suck. And it does look like Norris here has gotten away cleanly on those mediums. I don't see him getting caught. We need Leclerc to do well. Ocon now with a mechanical fault. Very, very classic. Actually, if I got a low taper fade, I think I'm going to pass on that one, Ty. I'm going to pass on that one. Alonso is doing what he can. Sainz is doing what he can. But it's not really a good situation that we find ourselves in. Not gonna lie. 8 laps to go. But you will have a little bit more tire than the rest to apply towards the end. Medium runners might actually destroy their tires completely at this rate. Sainz is okay. Alonso has caught Danny Rick. And honestly, what we needed to do here with Alonso is just overtake Danny Rick and get away. Once we can go balance on fuel here in just lapse time, that's also going to make life a little bit easier. But yeah, Silverstone has never been a track where we expect to do well with tire strategy, unfortunately. We just have to... there's just no real easy way to do it around here. Tsunoda is falling off massively here. It's now 5 seconds off the Ferraris. What happened to you, Tsunoda? You don't even have damage. What is going on? But yeah, looks like a McLaren 1-2 here. Getting them here is actually going to be the difficult part, I think. If we go all out, I might need to just nab Piastri and turn him into an affiliate. There we go. Sainz makes his way by, and I'm going to deploy here. Let's go balance now in fuel. And we are going to try and just get away from Tsunoda and close in on the Mercedes here a little bit. Unfortunately, no safety car, red flag, or anything like that to save us here. We are still in a little bit of trouble. I think we'll be able to... I think we'll still be okay here. Looking forward to seeing how the car looks after summer break more so than anything else. Verstappen now with a major fault, which means the AI is most likely going to change his engine, which is good going into Hungary and, of course, also Spa. Makes him a little bit more competitive. Just to check the standings here, we do have Norris as the main problem, and then, of course, McLaren is going to be a different problem altogether. Alonso finally gets Danny Rick here, and of course we're going to try and create a bit of a gap. With 3 laps to go here, it's time to go very much on the offensive. And tire-wise, we do have an advantage. Perez that could actually puncture. He has actually destroyed his tires this much. If Perez punctures, that would be kind of insane. But I don't believe that's going to happen. It's just a little bit too much in place still here for that to take effect. But we should be able to catch Hamilton. Then, of course, we can try and catch Russell. 3 laps to go now, which means that we are starting after a lap once we get to the line. So we might have actually gone a little bit too early here on Sainz, but we're still going to try and make something happen. I'm just Oh, poor guy. Let's not bully Floof too much, Ty. Only I'm allowed to bully Floof. You know the rules. Okay, we get Hamilton. Next up is trying to chase down Russell. And how is Perez time? 24% now. Perez's tires they could genuinely explode. And if they do, that's an extra position for us. And honestly, this is McLaren's finishing 1-2 anyways. At least let Russell's tires explode. It would be very, very helpful. Getting cyber bullied. Damn. Can you please build a rocket, like illegal rocket for my viewer team? We could like max out a car and see how quickly we can do qualifying. That would actually be a funny side project, Tekka, for the viewer championships. We make a car, the best car that we can. I'd say it's going to explode his tires, so we're going to have to slow him down a little bit here. Final lap has begun, but Sainz still has 1.5 laps to go. It should be fine. Let's just gamble. Perez is now in danger of exploding and slowing down his teammate. So, if you look at where Perez is and where we are, this could actually work out in our advantage. It would be kind of huge if it did. Because, worst case scenario, Perez explodes, Verstappen gets slowed down, Russell gets slowed down. We hopefully overtake. Not very likely, but we can always hope. And unfortunately, a 10th and 7th looks to be our final results here. We used all of our battery. We used all of our tire. And Perez finally has a puncture, but he should still be okay. Norris wins, Piastri comes second, Leclerc's going to come third. We are going to get an extra position because of this, but it didn't do what we hoped and hold everyone up with the tire go bang bang. But again, you can kind of see the difference just in pace from the difference in side pod and the other piece from Sainz to Alonso. So we need to get the car up and running in Hungary, and maybe we'll do a little bit better then.
Now, wasn't that
Good evening, I'm Patras in Discord. Hello, Speedafix. You didn't win TT? No, I didn't. You're right. Do you have a Newson Viewer Drive Championship? Rules set will be set up tonight or tomorrow morning, and then applications will open.
But just look at this.
Just no sticker for you. Oh no, Ty, I didn't get another poop sticker. What will I ever do? I do appreciate it though, Ty. I'll have to be honest. We're gonna have a hard time at catching McLaren. I'm not gonna lie. This challenge is interesting because I think it is doable in the first season. But not only is it reliable on how well you play, but you're also highly reliant on how the AI handles the situation. Gearbox limit, ERS limit, I'll take that. Thank you very much. And how many paths do I need to fix now before next race? We have just about enough front wings. You can replace that with an old one. And I believe I'm already making everything else that is being destroyed here. Side pod getting fixed, underfloor getting fixed. Gonna need to make another one. But we actually get everything sorted before the next race weekend. We're still gonna be running bare bones. Don't get me wrong, and I did also forget to start a new project here because we wanted to save the CFD time. Question: do I want to just go all in on another front wing? I seem to remember we did this last time, so it's not a big deal. We lost like 4 days. I don't think this is going to be fully worth it. I think it would be better to invest into, say, the side pods. I think I was thinking, like, what do we do in terms of research last time? Yeah, let's not do this. Basic question now is, do I research or do I allow myself to not research? Ready for next year. We're losing tire preservation and airflow. I think we do one more design, but I want that design to be on the side pods. CFD isn't going to be super helpful in the suspension. Okay, so let's just make another suspension design. We're going to keep on doing this for a little while longer. And then we'll probably split to 50-50 in terms of what we do. Like so. Financially, probably was the main reason why I didn't actually start a project, I would think. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I have now two poops. I can put one on each ear or something like that. That's, questionable. But yeah, let's see here what we actually need for the car. So currently we have now the both the side pods. So as you can see, this is actually quite the difference. You can actually see just how valuable 24 and 55 high-speed cornering is, as well as that top speed. In Silverstone here, this translates to 15 seconds over the course of a full race. So let's get that back on. We do need an underfloor. We're manufacturing it. We're manufacturing both of these. I think I just need to make an extra front wing. Probably a couple, let's be fair. Let's make a couple of front wings and a rear wing so that we are kind of safe-ish in that regard. Then I'll take it from there. But yeah, we are making 2 new underfloors. So this should also be no problem, I think. Side pods have been manufactured. Good. Let us see here what we can do. Underfloor has been completed. Stop. My bad. I need to make another one. But I think we have both underfloors now, so it's still okay. No, it's not. Okay, I pay 200,000 for my crimes, and we rush it. I've been wanting this for a while. Does putting affiliate drivers on car development affect expertise game? Especially since they reduce the design and research time. I tested this when the affiliate system and driver developments came out. Nimitsuki, sorry. And the difference is very, very minor. Like, over the course of a season, with having affiliates work on car development versus not, difference in performance gain was just 0.4%, which is pretty much nothing. So there might be a small effect there, but you are more than able to make up for it, and I would recommend you just use a couple of periods on car development. But in terms of the big difference, it's not a huge amount. You are probably going to end up maybe spending a little bit more money with the car development on, but it's just a little bit more helpful, I feel. Yeah, over a full season with the side slots running the entire time, the effect is minuscule. Okay, front wings manufactured. Let us make a couple of rear wings. Finally, we're starting to actually get extra parts. Should probably not make rear wings because we are... Let's just catch up here. We are designing rear wings. Okay. We're designing side pods. After Drive Championships, I am confused about what's going on. So we're going to keep this manufacturer slot open because we're going to rush design a rear wing for Budapest. Like so. And this one is going to be a bit of an upgrade, particularly in the medium, top speed, and also the DRS. And this should make life a little bit easier in Budapest. Actually, not just a little bit easier, by a huge margin. Now, honestly, making one normal should actually do the trick here. And even if we rush it, we're not getting 2 in time. So we can just change it on before we go into the into quali or even the race weekend itself proper. So let's just get that going. And I'm just going to do a couple of underfloor designs here. Honestly. I do need to get a little bit of a better car here, and the best way to do that is just do more and more designs. Underfloor isn't actually getting affected next year anyways. So in that case, doing just designs for the underfloor is actually better than doing anything else. Okay. Revving design complete. My slots are all filled. Tripod design has also been completed here. And this would be a very, very minor increase. So we're going to go ahead and do the fun thing. Put a CFD here into the side pod. Now the side pods are going to get affected next year because airflow middle. But other than that, we should be okay. And again, this is not when we get the big boost. We get this afterwards. We can also sacrifice cooling and go all in. It's probably what we're going to be doing the last 2-3 races anyways. But for now, we're going to get this made normally. And yikes. $4,222 is what we have to our names here. That's the main problem that we actually have. We are just not financially stable in any sense of the word. And I would generally never do what I'm doing in this save. But in this case, we kind of have to try and min-max the way to getting something done here. Wind tunnel concerns. Okay, I will deny this, or I will approve. We're going to go into depth here. I have reached depth, and the board is going to hate me for it, but that's fine. We should, unless we have like a double DNF here in Hungary, be able to get that money back. Hello, Cosby, how you doing? Anyone here except for Rock? What? Hope it's fun. Echo. Can I be McLaren with my teammate, please? Well, we'll have to see how things suit up. We'll have to see how it goes. I assume you mean excited, Floof. Not sure I will be able to go back to back as I wasn't trying to win last year. I guess you got a little bit lucky too, Petra, because as you can see, the first half of the season really went your way. And then you had 3 really, really bad races before you finally had a good end of the year. So you were probably a bit lucky, I'm gonna have to be honest there. But you won, and that is all that matters, really. Only Nero streamed on Twitch, so I can have the stream in the back of my phone. I'm sorry. Doing good. Okay, it just became free. Okay. That is good to hear. Yeah, let's go see what kind of suffering I can find in Hungary here. We are supposed to be 7th and 8th on the grid.
Welcome to the...
Yeah, we are going to go back to saving as much as we can out of engines, gearboxes, and everything. We are getting close to summer break, so I'm very comfortable doing this right here. And our pick route is pretty bad anyways. Let's play it as safe as we can, and if we need to, put on new parts before we go into qualifying. Hot dog taking out Harry to keep Arca on? Yeah, basically. What kind of spell right now? I guess you're excited, Floof. That would make sense then. Hello, normal person, Sigma. That is... that's an interesting way to introduce yourself. By just coming in and saying Sigma. Okay. We are going to have to give, I think, Sainz the benefit here again. At one point, I think Alonso's going to go past him. And honestly, giving Alonso the benefit here would make sense because, well, it's higher deg. But in this case, I think we just do it like this. And there will be a slight difference between them, but the cars will be better. And I'm really, really struggling here, actually, keeping up with car parts. So, I need a good result here for my bank stability. If not, if we have a crash here, that would actually be devastating. And I might find myself in quite a lot of trouble, actually. Probably doesn't sound very likely, but I could see it happening. So, let's see what we do here. Let's do it like that. We're going to boost this. Put you back over. We need you to head over here. And since we're already maximized, this should be kind of similar to where we want to be. Okay, let's just get the proper car parts on. Don't really need to do this before quali because, well, let's face it, we're not going to do good in quali anyways. We're not going to participate because we will not be seeing any other game. Might as well just get the better car parts on like that. Okay, let's see how these setups look. Take a manual control to make sure that we go as slow as we can, which is fine. Then we'll work from there. Hot dog sealed the constructs for taking out Harry? Yeah. That's the thing though, there's so much that can happen, Petro, in these driving championships, that honestly, anyone could win it, except for Floof. And maybe Nieto last time. Both of them were going with mean builds that didn't really work out with the engines. But yeah. But we'll have to see how this season goes, because this should be a little bit more balanced in terms of pace versus overtaking, things like that. So we could see Floof do a little bit better than last, hopefully. You are right there. I know. I'm just joking with you. But I have big hopes that you will at least end up in the top 10 this time around. Costs are going to be closer. Stats are going to be closer. You were given a little bit more freedom to pick the defense that you wanted. I'm wondering just... I'm very curious to see just how wild people are going to go with their drivers. How many different ones we get. I might also just stream on Friday, where I just sit down and edit. Well, maybe early Saturday. We'll have to see. Maybe by Friday, if the driver applications are filled up, I might do a stream where I just sit down and edit the start of the season live, if you guys would be interested. So we might do something like that. Okay, what do we do here? I think we do hard into medium into a couple of softs to kind of do things a little bit wild here. Could this work? Because it's basically just undercutting everyone ahead. I don't think it's going to be very viable, to be fair. It's still technically the fast strategy, because the other thing the AI wants to do is burn softs. I question the AI every day, and every day I get more and more confused. We could also do something similar to this, but instead we get rid of this. We play the softs, the medium stint normally. Maybe even light. How would this look? I can't imagine it's going to be quick. It's still going to be quicker than this, but still going to be slower than this. I think we gamble on something like this. We might go aggressive on that second medium stint, just to get a little bit more out of these softs. I think that could work. This leaves us very vulnerable in the event of a safety car or a red flag. But I think it is the best that we can do here in the circumstances. So let's just go all in. We are going to gamble on getting things done with a 3-stop around here from the back. Manage tires, have tire advantage towards the end. And you can already see just how much of a difference there is from Sainz to Alonso just based on their smoothness here. Alonso will be having a much better time here just based on smoothness. So I might just give him that rear wing. It's already a 3-second difference between them just based on their tire choices. I know I went full Minecraft Villager there. Don't ask. I think we're still going to do it like this. I still think I want to prioritize whoever's heading the championship. Up higher rules and all. But for now, we're just going to slightly break their setups to put us back into the pit lane here. I did not actually break your setup. There we go. Am I going to gamble on something a little bit silly, I think? But the championship I win. Yeah, we might do a Friday edit stream time. Hey Golfstar, I'm new here and I love your F1 Manage videos, especially around the grid challenge. Around the grid is coming back hopefully tonight. I'm going to sit down and edit after the stream. I apologize, it's been so long since last video. Just been a little bit busy. Maybe your thoughts on each person's build if you did a live stream, it would be interesting. Basically, if I do this, if I do like an edit stream where I sit down and look at everyone, I was planning like making a video of that basically. It's like a pre-release an hour before stream maybe. Why just go over everyone's build, what we're doing this season, things like that, so people get a little bit of information. But I might do just both of those things to make a little bit hype there. But if we do an edit stream, I'm definitely going to do it after submissions has been closed, so people get so people can't just get the advice, get the opinions, if you will, and then just say, "Oh, I'm switching it now." So it'll be after driver submissions have been locked.
The final preparations. This is it.
When is season 2 as a season 2 as 2-part video? I think I'm just gonna make a very summarized video tie of season 1 for Friday, basically the day before the driver championships, and then we have driver championship intros on Saturday before stream. Hey, look who's here with me. Did I forget to underfuel? I did. I've been yapping too much, and we put ourselves in a bad position right now. We'll just have to deal though. The yapping championships. I am the grand champion, if you will. But yeah, we are gonna have to push fuel here a little bit. It's just how things are when you make a mistake like this. High overtake aggression. You can give the same hit to Alonso. And we'll have to see how well Gasly holds up. Did Holt pick up damage? No, he started with damage. Just me being distracted again. I think Floof meant to rate the driver season 1, unless I'm wrong. Did I misread that? I think Floof meant the new one, yeah. Do I play chess? I used to, yeah. Same, but not a lot. Why did I not win the driver series, Floof? I love Lando just comes in there with the bazooka and just, Floof, why did you not win? Lamau? But yeah, Floof, you need to get some you need to win some honor back in the second season here, so we'll have to see how that go. Petrov, you're still here. Do you know if Hot Dog is planning to join you in your defense? Or are you going to be a solo protector of your crown? Liam Lawson champion in 2026? Well, at least you're optimistic. Can't fault you for that. Damn. We are going to be a little bit slow here. We are one of only 3 other cars on hards, so I'm kind of happy with just chilling in the back here until everyone has used up their battery, until everyone has used up their kind of everything, really. He emoted like he was. Okay, that's good. For some reason, Petter, I first thought you meant Liam when he, you know, gave the finger in the car while driving past a certain other driver. Okay, that is 1 overtake, and it's Alonso, showing that I really should have given him that rear wing. We're also going to be cooking the powertrain here quite a lot. This is really, really bad, and this is really why you should be under-fueling most of the time. Because of the powertrain wear rate. Pretty bad. But yeah, we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do once we get started. I've also had a couple of people who've tried to already send in their drivers. I will not say who, but there's been 3 people on Discord so far who have sent in their drivers to me as a secret submission, if you will, and I don't think we're gonna accept that. Just heads up. So we'll have to deal with that. Floof did send in like his to see if he got the points right, but I don't count that one as one of the 3 secret, at least attempted secret entries, if you will. The wall was just hopped over by all. Can't wait for season 2. Wall's bigger this time, it won't be sidestep. To be fair, Floof, you are helping with checking like the drivers and everything that they do it correctly, so it's kind of would kind of be a good start if you understood how the point system is. It would be problematic if you didn't. Floof cuts himself with the Renault engine, 9 defending, yeah. The funny thing here, Lando, we might as well, we could just do a quick little Floof sideshow here while my driver's trying to move forwards. What cursed Floof wasn't the 90 defending and the Renault engine, it's his low it's his low accuracy and the Renault engine more so than anything else. He invested into reactions as well, and it doesn't matter if you react faster than anyone else when basically everyone else on the track has better acceleration than you. And that was the main problem with Floof's build last time around. Even though we're most submission this time around, will you do a draft resource to choose who gets in? I was considering Cesar to just simulate like last year's season. And like I'll have to see, depending on how many we get. I think we are going to go with first come first serve, but also prioritize those who weren't those who missed out last time, because there were a couple of people. And maybe we'll prioritize new entries rather than those who've already had a go, something like that. I have to see how many applications I actually end up with though before I make a final decision. So it's still going to be a little bit hard to actually give you a proper answer on that one. Let's have science save. We do need to get past these 2 Haas-disabled Hulkenberg. Gaps are forming, and we are falling pretty far behind. Not gonna lie. I want to drive up sitting on site and watching Floof be a brick wall in China was good enough. Yeah. The thing with Floof though was that he was lacking pace stats, and whenever his accuracy screwed him over, because accuracy does that, accuracy just screws you over every now and again. Whenever it did that in lost DRS, it just wasn't getting back into it, unfortunately. I think Carl and Patra should be on the grid. That's fair. They have been helping out quite a bit with suggestions and discussion regarding our rule set. It is ongoing still on Discord. If you have some final opinions you would like to get heard. But yeah, I'll be drafting up the rule set tonight. Can I Formula 2? Are you asking if you can join? What's up, normal? You can, but right now we haven't opened it up yet. I'm going to open it up probably tonight, maybe tomorrow. I need to just set up the final rule set. I do want to tweak the engines a little bit. Like having 2.5% the difference is one thing. But I think the points gain is a little bit too high for that. So I'm thinking that we change the engine so that Renault is the weakest, most durable. and Red Bull is the fastest but least durable, and have like either 10% durability difference between best to worst, or 20%. I'm gonna have to think about that, because the initial idea I had was 20% difference in durability, but it seems like most people wanted us to go more towards equal durability, and we might need to nerf the points gained if we do that. You can only do Formula 1 in the games, and Formula 2 isn't possible. Oh yeah, in the game? No, you can't. We are basically just using the editors to make a bit of a Formula 2 grid for our own little thing here. Normal person. F2, F3 are in the game like they're simulated, but you can't play them or really influence them in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, that's really about it in terms of that. Not really moving forwards a lot here, but again, it is fine for the time being. We are getting the hard stint out of the way. Then we will get the medium stint out of the way, and then we shall go on the soft tire. Verstappen, at least this time, with the new engine, I would assume is giving the McLarens a little bit more of a fight.
Can be so now. Copy.
Hey, pit window has been entered. We're actually degrading faster than anticipated here. You can kind of see that because we're cooking. We're not really cooking in the tar tires either, but there are some tracks here where you will degrade a little bit quicker than anticipated. And this is one of them. So we are struggling a little bit here. But everyone else has done the exact same thing that we have. You can see it here. Danny Rick, Show. Both of them have pushed their tires. Tsunoda hasn't really pushed, more like ran aggressive. But for the most part here, most cars are doing a very, very similar thing. Okay, let us get Sainz in on this lap, and we shall get Alonso in on the next. Alonso has a bit of a tire advantage here. Tsunoda gets a mechanical fault. Okay. That's actually kind of good for us. Guess I have to sleep first, then read up on the rules so I can fine-tune my preferred driver. That might be a good idea, yeah. I'm already costing more with the pace stance being nerfed. Give me engine points. That's fair. Engine is probably going to end up being like... I might actually just go like 8, 16, and 32 to have round numbers. And then we'll just fine-tune it again for next season. I might even go back to 5, 10, 15 because there's just 2.5% difference right now. But the Renault engines were pretty bad last time around, so I think we'll go 8, 16, 32. Or 8, 16, 24 is probably better because it's 2.5%. I keep on thinking Renault is a lot worse, but it's just 2.5% this time. So 8, 16, 24 it's probably going to work out a lot better, honestly. I think that is what we shall be doing. Aston is considerably worse this year, I guess. I'm looking forward to the season actually starting proper, though. Just a couple of weeks away now. Not even that. Like, 12 days. 2 weeks actually on the dot, I believe, until we get the... Oh, it's not even that. What is it? 11 days until the first race? Alonso Sainz is doing well here. Just chilling. Relaxing a little bit. Wait, what are performance gaps? 2.5 from each, so... the RB will be best, then we have the Ferrari 2.5% weaker, then we have McLaren 2.5% weaker, then we have the Renault, again 2.5% weaker. So we're going to bring the engines closer to here to kind of test it out. And then we'll see what people do. I know engine didn't work for Alpine in real life like it didn't work for you, Floof. I doubt it will work the third time. Wow. Just the... Will you stand for this slander, Floof? Will you accept it? Is the slander acceptable to you? We're moving pretty quickly here compared to the cars ahead, but we are going to do an extra pit stop, so we kind of need to. We do need to move a little bit faster at the moment. Guess I will wait to answer for the rules to be set. Yeah, currently it's just basically a rule discussion, Caesar. There's nothing set in stone yet. You can start getting an idea. But there might be some slight changes. I feel like I come in every stream, then within a minute I'm slandering Floof. All it takes is a minute, and then Floof is once again on the chopping board. Norris comes in like that orc in Lord of the Rings that just goes fresh meat when he says Floof. When he sees Floof in here. Fresh meat back on the menu, boys. Floof's back on the menu, boys, apparently. I'm new here, but this seems to be the case. Yeah. To be fair, I've told Floof several times, if it is too much, let me know and I'll time some people out. If I'm correct, the Renault engine have a 92 power stat. We're going to start with 95 on the RB, 92.5 on Ferrari, 90 on the Merc, and then 87.5 on the Renault engine. We're basically bringing all the engines down a little bit so that there isn't any super insane acceleration. We could have even gone even lower. I think I want to try this for this season. The new Mitsuki. Damn, I can't speak today. Ever since I got the Floof curse. To be fair, Lando, you were cursed to oblivion. Like, yeah, I can understand why you slandered Floof. Floof cursed you so badly. To be fair, Floof, that is why you get slandered. The curse. On account of the curse, of course. But yeah, that is basically it. Hey, Alonso, get Hauger. Good job. We have both cars in the points. We still have 2 stops to go. A lot of these cars are not going to go at an additional 2 stops. We kind of need to make up a lot of time, and we do that by getting past the cars that are holding us up. And right now, we are not doing a good job at it. Needs to be said. Nice, they're having a little bit of a hard time with Russell and Tsunoda. Might need to go a little bit of harvesting here, and I think that is going to be what we do. That Monaco race still haunts me. I understand that, like, the Monaco race was peak Floof curse. But I don't know. Honestly, Lando, I don't know anymore. Is this Floof's curse? Or is this really mine? Because I feel like I have the power to direct it as I see fit. To make things more interesting. That's how I feel after doing, like, the viewer stream last time around. Whenever I was focusing on someone, they would just bin it. Like, I would switch to someone, and within 3 seconds, they would bin it. And it happened like 4 times. So I don't know exactly what is going on there. Yeah. Whenever we'll have to see what we do with the engines. Renault, again, I want to kind of give Renault a little bit of a resurgence. And again, it's also just to have a little bit of variety, have a little bit of a wild card that people can use if they want to. We don't talk about Mexico. It never happened. But yeah, you understand, Floof. Having some trouble in my team mode. My board has the goal set for 6th, and I can't see much better than 7th. Am I just bad? Not really, Lucas. I'm gonna have to be honest. Board will generally be okay if you finish 7th over 6th, as long as you don't have any other big issues, like say you have ran the team into ground financially. If you haven't gone into depth, messed up a lot of races, things like that. If you want, however, I can take a look at the save. You can post on Discord and save your seat. But I think you will be fine. I don't think you have too much to worry about there. The game also is a lot just figuring out what works and doesn't. And to be fair, 6 versus 7, again, not a huge difference. I think you'll be okay. Floof is definitely cursed, but you seem to be able to direct bad luck for focused moments. That's fair. Nero, watching your character drive must be feeling like your dad watching your football game for the character or something. You either suck or you just become insanely good momentarily. Well, I guess I am like the bad luck magnet that you guys have to unfortunately live with in this case. Yeah, I need Science to do one more lap and then we're going to get him into the pits. I'm fine with him running with Paris for this. Paris is also going to be pitting fairly soon, and I think he too is going to do another two-stopper. Another two stops. Tsunoda might get away with one. Most of the cars are going to get away with one, except for maybe the soft runners if they don't have hard tires. So this could be also a very, very interesting scenario. Okay, Science, I have cursed you now to do another lap because I'm getting too distracted by my own stuff again. The classic, if you will. But at least it should be okay. Tire shouldn't explode, and we can be very, very happy with that. For Alonso, again, I think we just go full attack here. We'll do one more lap for him, and then we'll get him in on the next one. And then we'll take it from there. Let's see if we can at least have a clean stop around here. I have got 4 more races before I find out if I'm getting the boot. Well, I wish you luck, Lucas. I think you'll be fine. I love this update. Like I said, Alpine with 2 max performance season 1, and there's nobody who can stop me. Oh my god. Science comes out in 13th here. That's not too bad. But if you think about the fact that we're doing another stop, it's actually pretty bad. But yeah, I think we might just need to do this, try and get this done in season 2. I think you can, as I mentioned, get closer to getting this done in season 1, but the problem would be just, in this case, McLaren is a little bit too strong. Red Bull hasn't been able to give them the fight that they really needed because I nerfed them too hard by stealing all of their staff. So it makes sense, really. Imagine having a 90 control drive just spin at the moment. Nero mentions their name. To be fair, I think we had like one instance of the highest control rated driver in the driver championship do exactly what you're describing, Konevia. So it has already happened. And with the F2 drivers that we're doing this weekend, I am looking forward to the mayhem. Not gonna lie. Science Area is also going pretty quickly right now. We are catching the cars ahead. They have old tires, so it makes sense. The overtakes are gonna still suck though. It's a DRS train of 2 cars. Tekka added me to this game, give me 99 control, and I still crashed. Yes. I love that Tekka was just about to give up when he reported and that happened, Woof. Like, I made your character, I buffed your control, and you still found the wall. You still cause problems. But yeah, I don't think people understand just how important control is to avoid hitting it. So, well, not control, accuracy. Accurate plays the part too, because if you go wide at a specific part of the track, odds are you are now, you know, convening with the wall. That's not necessarily what you want to do. We are really getting held up here by the Astons. And that is an issue for me. I like my driver build at the moment, it does seem to be working. Here's the thing, Cosby. Are you comparing your driver build to other similar driver builds, or are you comparing it to the actual grid? Because that is a very important distinction to make when it comes to judging your current build. Is there anyone who don't want to win Rock this year? I'll cheat for them? What's going on, Floof? Oh, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Floof are planning to sabotage. Oh. Floof that is pulling out there. I'll cheat for them. No mercy, eh? I don't think even 100 control would indicate the curse. Konevia is the thing. Come on, Alonso. Come on, just get past Stroll. Paris is okay. Stroll's the issue. Nice. There we go. Okay. Now, Paris is on fresh tires. He is on mediums, however, and that's not the greatest he could have been on, but it'll get the job done. And now I just need Sainz to get by. Beautifully done. Alonso is actually losing out a little bit here to Paris, but that's actually not a big deal. We'll make that happen. hard tires on all of the ones at the top. So we're going to pit again. They're going to pit again. But the gap is still a little bit too much from the, like for Ferrari, for Red Bull, for the McLarens. Hamilton is still, you know, catchable. But right here, at least, we're not catching anyone in the top 4, at least. We need a safety car. In F2 qualifying last year, I had about 5 different people had my money on doing well, and they all crashed. Damn. Floof, please do not bet on Oscar. I want Floof to bet on Verstappen, on Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc. Bet on everyone, Floof, that isn't a rookie. Put like $1 on every single driver that isn't a rookie, and we'll get a rookie podium in Australia for our season opener. Do it. I dare you. That would be hilarious if it happened. So I want you to do it. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Immediately gone. Let's just speed this up. I'm getting a little bit too distracted with chat here, honestly, and that's not a bad thing. But I do need to speed things up here, and we might just, again, pivot to making a build for next year instead. Let's see. Perez could... I can't see him going to the end of these tires. Still 26 laps there. Perez is not going to the end of those mediums. Russell can go to the end of those hards. Yes. But basically, everyone still needs to pit again. How much quicker are we than Hamilton? 2 seconds a lap at the moment. We might have cooked. We'll have to see if we can actually make it stick, though. Not Hamilton. He was already screwed once in 2021. Honestly, to be fair, Hamilton winning his first Ferrari race would also be, you know, iconic. So yeah, we'll spare Hamilton, Floof. We'll spare Hamilton, and also you have my permission to spare the Alpines. For I will be personally cheering for the Alpines, Floof, and direct it that way. Wait, did I misread that? Basically, whenever Floof wants something to happen, wants someone to win, is happy for someone, it just turns out negatively, in the stream at least. Like, we had a scenario where Lando Norris in-game was about to win Monaco, and then everything went wrong very, very quickly. So we'll have to see how things go. But yeah, Floof, I'll cheer for Alpine, you cheer for everyone else, and we'll see how that first race weekend goes in 10 days' time. The only race that Floof didn't watch, yeah, he wasn't watching Brazil. We were trying to wake him up. That was the worst part. Because he stayed in bed, Alpine did good. I think we can say the consensus is. Again, at this point, not very much I can do other than, say, try and get away from Perez, who will be needing to pit again. The top car's pitting here isn't really going to make a difference. I need Hamilton to be held up here, so Noto should be good for that. I'm thinking that once we get down to, well, basically close to the pit here, we'll turn both of these guys to full attack. Perez has to be pushing at this point, I would think. Go on, full send. Good lad. Best #1 rookie. Alonso right here. I do not want to imagine Floof after Brazil 2034. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. Try to do a F1 25 save. And after Monaco, Duhan was sacked with double the points of Pierre. Yeah, I don't envy Duhan's position right now. Like he's kind of screwed if he wins. He's gonna be screwed if he loses. It's just a very, very hard time that he's gonna have. Like I I don't know what's going on in Alpine. They do weird stuff. Like, they lost Piastri. Now they decided to promote Doohan, and then they go, no, wait, I want Colapinto instead. But wait, Doohan has the seat. Ah, you better perform, or we're gonna put the bottle of cola in your seat there. So I don't know. Alpine is a weird place that I don't want any young driver have to deal with, because I don't know. Red Bull has their own like trial by fire. They put you next to Verstappen and just go, good luck. Try not to break down mentally, and just, yeah, it's ruthless. Let's be honest, it is ruthless. It's just F1. F1 has always been ruthless. F1 will always be ruthless, but some will be more ruthless than others. And I thought I double pitted there for a second, but yeah, I got that well timed. Okay, let's see. Is this another 3-second pit stop, or are we going to beat expectations? We beat expectations by 3/10. Congratulations, Sainz. You've done very, very well. Yeah, we're going to go soft tires till the end now. We have, basically, again, Hamilton, Russell, both of them can go to the end here, but they're going to be destroyed in terms of their pace. And we just need to catch Hamilton here. That's going to be the goal. I don't think we are going to make that happen, but we're going to try. So we are going to give this a good chance, or good attempt at least. I think my comment about the flip goes away. Lando's miles away. Lando can still DNF. Lando. Oh, so stop there for Alonso, of course. With the misfortune from Alonso slow pace stop, I send that forward to Norris. May he find the wall. Honestly, let's watch Norris for a little bit here and see if the curse manifests. Piastri, lock up. It's an order. I feel bad for doing. However, there's a world where the Coleman can drive for Alpine, and that's crazy to me. Yeah, I could assume that. Yeah, that's the thing too. Alpine has already paid too much money, which is problematic. They have to promote him. Yeah. Pretty weird. Supporting the biggest clash on F1 is an interesting experience. I can only imagine. But yeah, Piastri, you're doing good. Very, very good here. Who is that? Is that Stroll? Yes, Stroll. This is your moment. Go ahead, own him. Did that Alpine just unlap himself against Stroll while he let the other car by? And then he had to re-overtake it? Okay, that's kind of funny. But yeah, currently we're just sitting back. We are relaxing. There's not really much here we can do. We just have to allow the tire advantage that we have to build. Like 17.6, 18.4. You'd have to go up to Leclerc and Hamilton to get anything even close to it. And this was Alonso's outlap too. So we're getting 8/10 to a second a lap. And with us being 14 seconds behind, we could still make something happen, as Perez now pits into 9th. That's very unfortunate. He pitted onto worse tires than what we're already running. We need a red flag. I need a red flag here. Lando, send it. What happened to Lando? Look, he's now 5 seconds behind Piastri. They were running side by side a second ago. The curse. The curse is working, Lando. The curse is coming for ya. And I'm a goddamn hyper fan of that, yeah. Makes things a little bit spicy, Loof. I believe in Stroll. I don't know. Stroll's like also in a like weird spot. There we go. Science gets by Osama bin Russell. I do need still to upload that short. I made it, I just haven't uploaded it yet because I'm lazy. Of Russell's assassination attempt on Alonso and the subsequent parking he performed in, was it Jeddah? That was pretty amazing. Hey, Texidos, I'm doing good. A little bit tired, been a busy day. But I'm just chilling here with a little bit of pit lane challenge. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Norris is falling off at the moment, and I'm loving it. I need Leclerc to somehow catch him. I think that's going to be a pretty difficult job. But it's something that I believe he can do. Perez is just full sending it. Oh no, Perez, you're gonna destroy your tires. Tires go bang bang. I am not loving it. To be fair, Norris should get the podium here, and this is gonna make you happy, Norris. If we look at the standings here, look at that smiling face of happiness for being first in the standings with 5 race wins and 8 podiums. I think you are fine. In terms of last lap here, we're still over a second quicker than Hamilton for both cars. 3 seconds quicker here than Russell for Alonso. Russell has to have been slowed down by something. Can't imagine anything else. How to keep all the teams the same performance in all races? Teams aren't going to be 100% the same performance, Ray. There are going to be some randomized based on how the AI decides to develop the cars. But we are going to put on ultra lightweights, so weight is no longer going to have an effect. We are going to disable mentality. The mentality will not be affecting them. And we're going to try and equalize to, within a limit, the cars at the start of the season. So it's going to be a very, very close fight for the most part. But are the cars going to be identical? No. Are they going to be close to similar in terms of performance? Yes. Lando could still actually win this. Yeah, I looked away for a second. So let's look back at Lando. As Lando, unfortunately, does this beautiful spin into the wall. So yeah, it's not going to be, again, it's not going to be absolutely the same. But we're going to try and bring it as close as possible for the most part. Skill issue from Pit Russell. Yeah, basically. Lando could still actually win this. We'll have to see, though, because now Lando is close enough to Piastri that he could lock up and take them both out. That wouldn't happen, would it? Oh. A little bit of back and forth. And they've lost Verstappen. But yeah, right now we need to chase down Hamilton. We are going to make that happen. There's just no way around it. Hamilton is, again, 1.5 second lap slower. We have already caught him, and both cars are going to overtake him. Catching Leclerc, though, is next to impossible. So we just lose too much time here at the start of races. We are basically 20 seconds behind. That's the handicap we start with, and then we do need to get the overtakes done. So we would still, if we tried, probably finishing in the top 4 here. And I think if I did this without limitation of challenge, winning the championship in the first season would actually be pretty straightforward and simple. But within limitation of the challenge, yeah, I think this is gonna not happen here. McLaren is just a little bit too quick. Verstappen is still being Verstappen. That just makes it a little bit harder, all things considered. Where's the papaya rules actually needed? Currently, papaya rules have left the building and are just relaxing somewhere else. At this point, though, with just with just a few laps to go, we're going to give Alonso a little bit more oomph so he can catch Hamilton. I'm going to give Sainz a little bit more oomph too, so you can actually get by. I'm also going to run conservative a little bit just to make sure that we do get back to positives. Should take about a lap. But yeah, go ahead, Sainz. Should get him now. Like that. That's what we love to see. Then we just deploy and push so we can get outside of the DRS window here. I don't want to pull Hamilton along when Alonso is already trying to chase him down. That sounds like it would be very detrimental to Alonso's chances here. Okay, let's see what we're looking at here in terms of lap pace here. Hamilton, 19.7. Alonso, a 16.6. 3 seconds a lap quicker here. Which means he should have already caught him, basically, on this lap. So we're going to tune down to stand a little bit here. I think running full attack is fine still. I just want to recharge a little bit behind Hamilton. So let's tune him back up. When we catch up, we can run harvest, probably for a lap or so. And then we get him in the final DRS zones. Norris has finally gotten Piastri here. We'll have to see if he can actually hold on to the position, however. Or he bins it. Okay, the chase is on. We don't have DRS, we're just going to remain here on full attack. Aston Martin once again being a problem. That is not what we like to see. At least we are beating Paris by a significant margin. Norris has caught up to Verstappen. Are we going to see anything happen here? No, really. What about you, Alonso? Are you ready to deploy what little battery you have left? To be fair, I don't think you're going to need to because you're basically already inside of him. Hamilton defends, but can't keep up with our pace here and just gets immediately ran away from. Norris is still trying to hold on here. Last couple of corners. Verstappen wins. He does finish in second place, however. Leclerc is going to come fourth, and we are hopefully going to be able here to come 5th and 6th, which is better than last time around, but not good enough for this challenge. We are 40 seconds off winning, so needed something better for last half of the season, unfortunately. But it's still looking okay.
Now, didn't Fernando Alonso look really great out there today?
Man, I hate being sick. My voice is not enjoying itself right now. I can feel with that, yeah. Hello, Nero. How you doing?
A great display of team spirit there.
Yeah, I hope you get well as well. Flu very soon. See you later, Tixitos. Thank you for dropping by. I do appreciate that. And hopefully you'll be here too this weekend when we do our, well, shenanigans, if you will. But yeah, Verstappen wins, Norris second, Gasly third, Leclerc fourth, and yeah, the gap is widening. We're gonna need some pretty insane 1-2s if we want to win anything here from now on. Now, we have actually won 2 races and we have 3 podiums. So we have been competitive in a couple of races, but there are some very, very significant limitations to that. Maybe you need a tire deck stat. That's a big step ahead of the competition. I had Porsche on no stop to a podium of Monaco in Season 2. Of the worst start, first in tire deck, and 21st in almost everything else. Yeah, that is possible, Steven, but there are limitations to how high our tire deck can go. And this is the first season with Sauber. We are trying to do something basically from the pit lane. As I mentioned, I think I can beat, like, not the game per se, but I think I can have take the title with Sauber in Season 1 using a similar strategy to this. It's just that we are starting in the pit lane, and that makes life a little bit harder on us. So we'll have to deal with that. New chassis is needed, and a new front wing. We're actually pretty good in that regard, but we are going to need more components, and I'm going to wait for the 5th chassis version before we do anything, I think. Although that looks to be pretty far in the future. We'll see how things stand after we're done in Spa. It's just 4 days. Suspension, I still want to make at least one more of these. The underfloor, we're probably going to keep at least one more of these as well. We'll deal with the chassis once we actually get to, well, point where we would need a new chassis. Build new railway, we're going to manufacture another, and the reason why we can't actually start any projects here, if you look at this, because we have the wind tunnel issues, so we'll have to wait until that gets resolved. And I believe it is like 3 or 4 days. But yeah, Spa is coming up. We're 4th in the championship ahead of Mercedes. We should be able to catch Ferrari by the end. They picked up Hauger, so they've kind of shot themselves in the leg. The podium in the championship is still very much viable. Never sounding like Paris trying to say Red Bull. We got 2 wins, 3 podiums. Yeah, but I'm not driving a Red Bull, Lando. I'm driving a Sauber. I'm driving 2 Saubers. So I think I should be giving a little bit more leniency than Perez got, to be fair. Yeah, I can't actually start the sign because the event was today, and that annoys me to no end. But yeah, let's go to Spa here. I see what Spa offers in terms of a good race, hopefully.
This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque
In Season 1, should I invest the first 3 ATR periods into underfloor, wings, and then do research? That is basically what I do, yeah.
Make good before the summer break, or
I first do the underfloor, then the front wing, and then the rear wing, full ATR on each of them for the 3 first period, and then I usually just switch over to research. That works out very, very well for me to fix, and honestly, I would do research on the front wing with a ATR period, the rear wing with an ATR period, and maybe even the underfloor with the other ATR period. That way you just have a very, very good car, and you can focus on chassis, sidepod, and suspension in your second year. How is this tractor doing so well? Well, because, well, this tractor has the power of me behind it, I guess. And we have developed it as well as we could. Both of those things do help. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that I did earlier. We are back to saving components. And honestly, if we do this component saving a little bit early in the season, we could potentially play in the way that we sacrifice cooling in order to get more performance out of Kick 2. So there are ways that we could make things even a little bit better. But your fault, really? This happened at 1 point from a driver they binned off. That is true. That is, I guess that's true, yeah. What did I say, Patat? How did I, Oh, Hauge. Yeah, but Hauge in the game is not really, you know, very good. It isn't the unfortunate reality of the situation. I've got an idea for my save. Return to the grid with Mick Schumacher. I guess we could do something like that. Like we bring back Schumacher, we bring back Latifi. The return of the Kings, I guess. Or the return of the disgraced drivers. Depending on how you want to look at it. Revenge of the booted. I don't know. Bring back Mazepin? I think I'll pass on that in the current situation. Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was Sprint there for a second. But that's this year in reality.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
I put Horn? Him, I assume? Tekka? Add max, no team allowed, plus make a league of all the bad drivers. Add max number of teams allowed, plus make a league of all the bad drivers. What? Be backgrounding the hacks? I see a lot of people are struggling with typing tonight. At least it's not me this time. I'll have to take some happiness with that, but yeah. Bring the hacks back with this one. I'm sure you mean has, like, but it's just funny to me. I understand what you meant, so don't worry. It's, again, just the hilarity of the sentence that gets me. Okay, one back, one up. And then we'll send you into qualifying launch, so then we'll see how this stacks up. Yeah, we are component saving right now. Alonso had a crash earlier, or rather, he didn't have a crash. He had an assassination attempt sent his way. And of course, we have the previous drivers also destroying our vehicles, which was not good. It's actually very, very bad.
Hungary.
But yeah, I would be open to, say, bringing Schumacher back. Do like a one season video where we focus primarily just on Schumacher and getting him a title. I think that could be fun. Do I put him in a Sauber though next to, say, Show? Or do I get another driver in there instead? Okay, that explains how your 17% ERS doesn't work. It doesn't. No, it works in practice, Nero. It works in practice. Always. Put him in Haas where he started. I'm worried Haas is going to be a little bit too easy to put him on top with. Is the thing, Tekka? But yeah, probably Haas would be a good shout there. Schumacher and Floof. Honestly, putting Floof with the... Putting Schumacher and Floof in Alpine with Floof's F2 stats could be a fun little side project, honestly. A one season fun little side project. Floof would still lose Damn. Even in a even in a hypothetical scenario, Norris is still just in here immediately and just says Floof would still lose. Sim 4 years, the Mercedes has been thoroughly and run him to a Merc title. The thing here is, now that I think about it, we can use the 11 team at in-game editor to put any team into a position worse than the Sauber. So I could bin Merc at the start of a save and put Schumacher in there. No problem. That could also kind of work, to be fair. He's an Alpine endurance driver? Yeah. Mahavir? The guy who got banned from F2? Mahavir Raghunathan. I would have to make him like 40 overall. With 0 control. I don't remember how the story goes, but didn't the Lord and Savior Raghunathan not know how to put the car into reverse at one point? Faster reaction time commenting, then Floof off the line. I love that Floof says is getting sick, and then it's just back to firing. Firing squad has returned. Hey, 19th and 20th, where we belong. It's gonna rain for this one, which should make it a little bit spicy. He didn't know he had to turn the wheel? Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of, Lucas. Oh my god, can we do something stupid? The undercut of a century. How about we undercut, but just not pitting? Genius. Okay, I want to see the difference in undercutting versus full send. Well, temperatures might not allow for a full send. What is the theoretical difference? A minute. Well, to be fair, this is not really what we would be doing. We'd be doing this, but it's still 44 seconds. What are we feeling here? Because this could still be funny, to be fair. It would be a lot more fun. Embarker locked up and couldn't maneuver out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, Jim. Hopefully it does get better in all seriousness, but the slandering doesn't wait. The slandering will continue even if you're sick or not. Now, doing a no stopper can be actually really, really powerful. I just don't think the AI is going to do it. And my second concern is that even if we do something like this, by the time we reach that first pit stop for the AI, we will struggle with overtaking quite a lot, actually. And we're not going to be getting the points if we do this. That's what I'm feeling. I feel this will not see us getting the points purely because we'll get stuck too much. We'll get stuck too much and we'll be stuck for too long. So while it's a fun and interesting thing that we could try and do, I just don't think it is very very viable here, if that makes sense. I don't think that is gonna work out. What are we thinking, mayhaps? Do it. Do it. Yeah, no, it's doing it. Okay. Blue is like the Man United F1. Damn. Nieto says do it, but Nieto is like the adaptability merchant. The myth, the legend, who had 95 adaptability in Season 1 and turned himself into a torpedo in the process. Still scored a 4th place finish, which is more than what most people who participated can say. And scored more than double Floof's points. But I think, again, if we want to try and be serious, this is what we'll have to do. We can tune down to aggressive. But doing something like this could be fun. And I'm going to split strategies here. We're going to put Alonso on the fun one. Again, I might be wrong. This might be actually a lot slower because we are burning the tires. And I want to see the difference here. I want to see the difference in pace and performance from just purely I'm going to love these tires till the end of the race versus the two-stopper. They both have equal cost now. They are pretty equal in terms of their performance. Alonso has a huge advantage in terms of tire durability, smoothness. Let's split strategies here. Let's have some fun. And this is probably going to be, unfortunately, the last race for tonight before I need to run. I've already been at it for a couple of hours. I said 2 to 3 hours and I would have to go. That is unfortunately what is happening right here. So let's jump into the Belgian GP and see how this goes. I do also need to remember to sabotage myself. I almost forgot. So there we go. Let's play strategies. Too bad I won a race. Does Alonso not make it on light? I think he will. He will. He will also make it on standard. He will even make it on aggressive. But again, the race time difference isn't really that high. Like over the full race, 6 seconds. So we could probably start him off on light. But I want to run conserve if the temperature is acceptable. But yeah, running light is probably the better shout there. You're not wrong. Damn, Frontier be putting Mexico as my season opener after doing the small adjustment. Basically, small adjustments, Dennis, is just we take 30% of the races and we shuffle them. So, yeah, you had a small adjustment there that make things spicy. What did I miss? Got distracted trying to help Cosby with his driver. You missed nothing. We were all very, very kind to Alpine. We were all very, very kind to your performance in the first driver championship. I would recommend you do not go backwards in the VOD and check things out. We were very, very respectful and kind to you.
Well then, it's not long until we get
This is going to be the last race, Luce. The stream is probably going to be ending in like half an hour-ish or so.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
It's had a fair few totally nice words. But yeah, we're going to try the stupid thing here. We're going to try and have Alonso run light till the end. We are going to try to see if we get any overtaking done here. Piastri on pole, Norris 4th. We do need Norris to find the wall here. That would be the dream scenario. And Sainz is going to have immediately just a job again by Hulkenberg and Tsunoda, so we'll have to see how that pans out. Okay, now I'm checking. Honestly, all you need to do is just scroll up the chat to catch up, so don't worry about it. We are checking. Alonso is on a no-stopper. We're going to try the interesting strategy, if you will. And honestly, we're just going to stick to conserve, and if we can keep up with the cars that are the furthest behind. So this could get very, very spicy, and it's going to remain wet for the entire time. There's going to be a drier patch at the middle here where potentially going onto a new Inter could play a huge part. We'll have to consider that once we actually end up getting there. And right now, the gap that being formed here is mainly just due to Sainz pushing more than anything else. Pushing to get by. It's not a dream. We're taking just one scroll and slandering is already on the screen. Yeah, I wonder who's guilty of the slandering though, Lando. Who would be the slandering mastermind? Yeah, we can't run conserve. It just brings the interest into too low a temperature window. That one is not going to pan out for us. Go on, Sainz. Be late on the brakes. Be brave. In terms of temperatures here, 105 is the maximum, and I have a feeling we are going to reach it here. So we are going to probably have to tune down to aggressive. We are reaching the temperature cap. I think we'll actually reach it on aggressive too, which means that turning down the tires is definitely one thing that we will have to do. But yeah, the main problem here that I said is that we are just not going to get by the cars ahead. And that's going to be a bit of an issue. So we are probably going to try and under... Honestly, what we should do here with Alonso 2, rather than trying like a no-stopper like this, is just pit on lap 10. Pit on lap 14, something like that. We're still going to get back to the back of the grid. But we'd be in a much better position to try and get any overtakes done. So There are some things we could do to be a little bit cheekier. But I don't know if this is gonna work out for Alonso. We'll have to wait and see. He has already gotten a bit of a tire advantage, but that is mainly just due to the fact that the others are running full attack at the start of a race. But we shall see how this works out. Alonso's not pitting. Okay. I love how neat is it. Like, I love wet. Alonso's staying in the wet. Wet Alonso. Oh, Hulkenberg runs wide and luckily doesn't assassinate us in the process. Okay, Alonso, get by the Hulk. Do it. I want you to do it. Just like that. Beautiful. Alonso already whispering to his tires and just getting the first overtake done. What we'd love to see. Exactly. Well, to be fair, we could have some very, very interesting situations happen here. We have another one. Sargent has a Spinala. And is Alonso actually getting the overtake done in his teammate right now? Ocon with a mechanical fault, just as God intended. The Alpine is once again in shambles. That is actually the easiest way that I can check if Loof is still around. You just say Alpine in shambles and as God intended for the Alpine. Why do I think I max sensitivity over the rest of my rear wing? Because you love the wet, clearly, Nero. But we will be maxing, well, not maxing, we'll be upping the dirty air tolerance for the wet races this season, which should make adaptability drivers have a bit of a better time. Let's just say it like that. This time around compared to last time. Okay, Sainz there with a beautiful overtake on the Alpine. Am I seeing that wrong? Or is the Alpine? Okay, I was seeing that wrong. It's the blue inside here. I thought for a second the Alpine was on wet tires, which would be peak Alpine strategy, and make Floof rip his hair out. Floof did say he had to BRB Lando for like an hour, so that's probably what's going on. Okay, we are. If we get a win here, I would be very, very impressed. Alonso is still doing good. Like, Alonso is still moving forwards. He's still managing his tires. It is actually working really, really well at the moment. And if we get more and more mechanical force because cars are running closer and it's wet weather, then I think we still are going to have a really, really good chance here. Getting something. Hulkenberg is also coming back, which is not what we'd love to see. And for Sainz here, we're going to tune him down to aggressive. We're going to do a little bit of harvesting. Because I kind of feel like we have to. As we are getting back into the DRS train ahead of us. Alonso couldn't get close to that Alpine right there if he wanted to even. But yeah, we do have a lot more speed. But Gasly had a lot more balls there apparently and just braked later. In terms of tires, we already have a 10% advantage on the cars around us here. Verstappen, Piastri and Norris we do not. So I could see Leclerc, for instance, try and do a similar thing like a no-stopper. But I'm going to get very... Okay, that is a brave overtake, Alonso. Never mind, I didn't say anything. I did not question your skills there. Because that was kind of insane in its own way.
There's a yellow flag now.
Magnussen with a spin. I agree, Magnussen. Come on, don't do that shit. You're sabotaging me. Why would you do that? Now, Ocon and Magnussen have problems. Come on, we need you to do a full send signs. Very much similar to what Alonso did. Are you going to do it? Oh, you were considering it for sure. Didn't hear the discussion, but I can only imagine did read messages. Yeah. Deep down behind the slander, I do like Floof, but slandering is fun. I do like you, but talking shit is more fun. Just guessing you guys saying P22 again? Well, we're saying you're going to improve this year, Floof. You're going to do a lot better, a lot more impressive. Go on, Sainz. At this rate, the light runner is going to be faster than you. This is embarrassing. Tsunoda's doing an amazing job of holding us up, though. I'll give him that. I think he'll improve to P21. To be... Cosby. Cosby, that is a worse thing than saying that he's going to finish P22. Because you need to remember that my drivers are going to be finishing P21 and P22 because they're not going to be participating. Oh! The first assassination attempt has been completed, and are we getting a safety car? I know what we're doing here. We are getting Sainz in, and we might just run him till the end here because it seems like this is working for Alonso. Albon into the pits. Sainz is going to lose like 4 positions here, but as I said, it's fine. Everyone is actually pitting, so for Alonso, some freebies. The Sainz fresh tires, and we're just going to run him basically with the same strategy. Question now is how many people can Alonso actually jump? Sainz ended up where he started. How many places is Alonso going to jump? Probably not any more than this, to be fair. Everyone is pitting. Stroll is the last one into the pits. Alonso is now going through the final couple of corners. Now we're not getting Stroll. He's getting out in time. But up into P10 is definitely acceptable. And we are going to just keep on running as we are. I think that would work out just fine. But my thoughts on the current build. An improvement is time to take points out of defending. Accuracy? We'll see. Also, if that happens, I'm not going to be... Yeah, my drivers are not participating, Cosby, so if he managed to get P21, that would mean he scores no points. And that would be kind of wild. At least he can't do any worse. He could crash every single raid, Cosby. Don't tempt the luck, or rather, the misfortune that is attached to Floof, because that thing is stronger than steel. Like, that thing shouldn't be tampered with. Like, anyone who tempts Floof's fate is gonna have a bad time. Also, part of the reason why I'm preventing myself from getting a driver is if I can, is to make sure I'm not worse than Floof. Damn, Norris is about to sit on the sit out this time just to make sure that Floof does not beat him. That's some dedication right there, Lando. That is some next level dedication to avoid getting into trouble here. Actually, a pretty good start here from Alonso. Even though we are running light. As I mentioned, I kind of want to do this for Science 2 now. Because unless we have something happen now, this should just be a straight up... no one should have to pit again. Unless the AI really destroys the tires. I'm tempted, but it's always that. But it's always what if, yeah. See you later, Floof. As I mentioned, once this race is over, I'm going to be done with streaming for tonight. But it was nice having you drop off. We'll have to try and cut down on the stand the next time. And have fun with whatever you have to do. Yeah, Fernando Alonso. The myth, the legend. Are you actually going to get the overtake done now on your former teammate? Yes. The Stroll has been removed. There we go. Now it's just catching the top 10. And honestly, at this point, there's not really much to do here. We're just going to speed things up a little bit. Never mind.
Yeah, I did a mistake.
Yes, you did a mistake. I know. I know this, Sainz.
Understood.
I know this, Sainz. But at least you didn't destroy anything. And honestly, I'll take that. I'll accept you making a mistake and not destroying anything because we can't afford you destroying anything. It's also getting very interesting now to see how quick is Sainz. Can he actually catch up to the cars ahead while running light? Or do we need to just go full attack here and go for the undercut? I think we are going for the undercut here with Sainz now. Need to catch up to the rest, burn some tires, pit around lap 30. Well, not even that, probably before that. But pit later, try and get the tire advantage till the end, because overtaking it is going to be an absolute pain. We do need to manage things in one way or another. And in terms of Alonso here, the others are burning their tires. They're going to catch him at one point. But I'm still very much unsure when we do pit next time. So with Sainz there, as I mentioned, we're just going to go full send. If he didn't have the incident, we probably wouldn't. But now that it has happened, we must try. Okay, time to start deploying a little bit. Need to clear Ocon immediately. He does have damage that slows him down. So clearing him is going to be quite important here. See you later, Cosby. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. See ya, Floof. Looking forward to slapping the next stream. We might need to give you to time you out a little bit, Lando, if it gets too bad. Yeah, so I should have some somewhat easy time moving forwards here. Albon and Tsunoda both have some damage and they're holding up the rest. And honestly, let's be honest there, Alonso's kind of doing the exact same thing. Norris down to 8 now from the slander. So things are going pretty well, in all honesty. Should probably slow down, but it's like an addiction. I can see that being the case. It is the feeling we are getting. Yeah, let's see what Sainz can do. We do still have cars that we do need to get by. And it is going to be a little bit difficult here. I feel like I took that person after Monaco. That's true. Monaco is not great for you. Alonso's getting very close to again the same time as everyone else. The problem is right now, running light is actually not good enough in terms of temperature. We need to catch up to someone ahead to make it worth it. And for Sainz now, we do need to get the overtakes done again. Sainz is basically going to be the driver with the most overtakes today, because we're going to be pitting him again too. Just try something a little bit different. All right. Temperatures are a problem. Drag race up next. We should be able to get Sargent. Never mind, Sargent is quick. Far quicker than we thought. But we are braver on the brakes. Side by side is not where I want to be if the driver next to me is Sargent in this game. I'm gonna have to be honest. Go on, full sending on the Haas. Be brave. That's what we like to see right there, Sainz. Establishing dominance. Next up, both Hülkenberg and Albon. And then we can start chasing down Tsunoda. But yeah, Stroll is just not getting anywhere. He's just stuck behind Alonso at the moment. The Haas is coming back though. And we just push him into the off the track there a little bit. Okay, now we should be able to get Hülkenberg, and from there we'll have a little bit of free air that we can cool down the tires a little bit. Like so. And we are just going to remain here on full attack. And as I mentioned, we're probably going to try and pit around lap 30 and gamble on another safety car. So notice fault here. Escalates, yellow flag. Hauger has had his own little moment here. And is that the second time Tsunoda has mechanical fault? Does he have two components that are about to go bang bang? Could very well be. I could try an egg. You could fry an egg on those tires. I am trying to save now. Which save taker? The Schumacher Resurgence, or are you testing for the driver championship here? Got to go, work the side, fun time is over, glad to catch the stream, can't wait for Viewer Grid Season 2. I still don't know if we should call it my driver grid or the Viewer Grid. I don't know what is the best name there, but thank you for dropping by, Caesar. I shall see you next time. Looking forward to you stopping by for the Viewer Grid. May you have a good time at work, and hopefully it won't be too boring for you. Let's drop back down to conserve a little bit, get that fuel back into the positives. Nero's playground, the playground. Nero's scrapyard, maybe, with the number of cars we destroyed last time around. But yeah, I think we'll just call... we'll think about it. You agree it works for now. I feel like we could come up with a better name for it, for sure. The scrapyard? But yeah, we do need to set up some, like... We need a champion. That was Petrov last season, but I need a deconstructed champion. So I need to just set up some things to note down, like who crashed the most, who was the... You know, we need some titles like the torpedo. Yeah, I'll make you a your newspaper tech, and then you can keep track of the Hall of Fame from there. We'll figure something out. Schumacher said yes. Honestly, I kind of want to do that myself now that you mentioned it, because it does seem like fun. It does seem like a lot of fun. Oh, another yellow flag. Magnus with a bit of a lockup. But yeah, Alonso's tires now are becoming equivalent to everyone around him. Stroll has re-overtaken us, which is honestly okay. Sainz is burning these tires, and that is also very much okay. I don't think we are going to be able to create a gap where we will be able to pit and come out ahead of all of these guys. But we can try. And right now, that is kind of what his Sainz is doing. We are creating the gap the cars behind, about a second a lap. Albon's fault has also escalated. We could also get another safety car here just purely due to the damage that the other cars have around us. So everything is still open. Fastest lap right there for Sainz. How long do we need here? Is it 17 seconds? Yeah, we need a 17-second gap. I don't think we're going to get that, though. Even if we do get Tsunoda here. 17-second gap down to Sargent is going to be too difficult to get done in like 4 or 5 laps. So we'll have to consider how we want to do this. Alonso is also catching up back up to Stroll, so we can get him again. And we're not actually that far off the podium. Just 10 seconds at the moment. 13 seconds. Oh, Chris, what happened past hour? I have not had any good results. And we've slandered Floof a lot, which is kind of bad when those are the two highlights of what has been going on for the past hour. That's not what you like to really hear, if you will. Yeah, so far Alonso is pushing. Sainz is pushing. And we are just gonna chill for a little while longer. I'm worried though. The others might not elect to pit. But if they do, Alonso could still come out on top here, massively. We could also get a safety car as mentioned. We have Ocon, Albon, and Tsunoda all running damage. So it's not over just yet. There are still potential here for some mayhem, as we see a yellow flag there for Magnussen having another lockup. Time to start moving Alonso a little bit forward as well. Could be interesting. Massive. You know what else is? The hype for the driver championship, maybe? I don't know. But we shall see here what happens. Alonso is catching, which it should. We are using energy. Low. I do need to check though here what the issue is with Tsunoda and Albon's cars. Gearbox, and for Tsunoda, engine. What about Ocon? Also engine. So all three of them can explode at any given time. Suddenly they're just going to go boom. Russell has picked up damage. What did he do? How did you pick up permanent damage, Russell? I'll have to check once we get to the finish line here, but if Russell has picked up permanent damage, I would assume it's underfloor around here. I would assume it is the underfloor that has suffered. Yeah, Alonso is just doing his own thing here, trying to chase down Hauger. Sainz is creating some gaps here. If we were to pit him now, 17 seconds. He would come out just behind Gasly, Sargent, and Hulkenberg. Can we get another 3 seconds off this? Another 4 seconds there so we can get away from Hulkenberg would be peak. And right now we're actually slower than Hulkenberg, so maybe we'll not be able to make that happen. With fresh tires, I think we can slide by. I think it's just best here to pit Sainz in. Just pit Sainz in, get the overtakes done with fresher tires. We have waited for a while, so this would be when we would have to do it. And it's gonna be rough, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be really, really rough to try and get this, get a good result from here. But I think it's the best option we have with Sainz. Why am I not hearing the pit crew? And it didn't actually matter because we had a slow stop anyways.
Oh, no, that's a slow pit stop there.
Probably because I didn't readjust the calendar after messing around with the components for the last 3 races. I'm starting to save. I start first lap in Melbourne. Oscar Bombastri calls the red flag in turn 2. That's a bit wild, calling him Bombasti. Yeah, everyone is kind of the same tires now. Alonso will have to still just keep on trying. And for Sainz here now, he has actually caught up to the back of these guys. Now turn on to deploy. We need to just clear up to Tsunoda again as quickly as possible. And then we can start chasing down Stroll and the others. And with 10 laps to do it, with a lot better tires, I think it might be doable around here. But that does, again, rely on us just clearing the Alpine here with relative ease. And of course, we do also need to clear the Williams, although we kind of did that off track there, I would argue. Sergeant, I need a favor. I need you to just step aside. Would you do that for me? No? Well, we are still going to get by you. The question is just when. Sainz should be on full peak aggression. He is. And honestly, I might as well just have him driving clean air. Just kind of helps with getting by people. Although, I have no idea how Gasly is getting this place back. Gasly is fighting back with everything that he has. Turn off for Sainz here. Look at this. Gasly's just all over us. The Alpine not giving up. Finally, we get by. Hulkenberg up next. And 10 laps to go here. We're still going to manage probably until the last 5 laps there for Alonso. And then we'll start pushing from there. Sainz here. Let's see. How quick are you actually over 1 full lap where you aren't getting held up? 52.7. That's not super quick, but that's also with some holding up over the course of that lap. Let's go full deploy here, Sainz. I need you to clear the next gang. Hulkenberg and Tsunoda, and then you will be home free. And you'll hope to get back to the point. So honestly, the wet weather here did have a kind of bad result for us, and also the fact that we did have that safety car probably a little bit sooner than we'd like. Probably did cause some problems. Come on, Sainz. You can do it. You can full send it past these guys. Temperature is also a bit critical right now, 108 degrees. Remember, 105 is the limit on these. We do kind of need to deal with that too at one point. But the best way we can actually deal with temperature is just getting the overtakes done and getting ahead. And until we get that done, we are just going to stay a little bit behind. Although, Sainz just full centered again. There we go. Sainz has found freedom. He can now start pushing. And let's see here then. On this lap. What sort of lap times you can set. I think we're going to harvest here a little bit. Because I want to run a full push lap. And see if we can snatch the fastest lap there. Tsunoda with an arrow now. After we get by him, of course. But he does go back into the pits there pretty safely. And does not cause anyone any problems. Okay. I think we are done charging the car here. We are going to get done with sending signs. We are going to toggle Alonso onto full attack. We are going to go full deploy here for signs and see what kind of lap time he sets this lap. Also, it's kind of in danger over here. We can see with Stroll a little bit. But he's been holding him off for a long time, so I don't think it's a huge concern at the moment. Yellow sector 1. It is getting wetter, so I kind of mistimed this. We should have done this over here. But that is just how it is. Russell has mechanical fault now, too. Purple sector 2, however. And that's an interesting lap. Yellow, purple, yellow. That's actually kind of wild. Pushing out with Alonso, and we'll have to see what we can do. That's lap 52.8. This lap is a 55 blank, so we're not really gaining any time anymore. And that is a bit of a problem, if you ask me. When do I think I will next stream? Probably this weekend, Lando. Either we'll do like the driver setups on Friday for a stream, or I'll do it maybe early on Saturday. I still haven't decided if we're going to stream that. Well, the next stream will be the driver championship on Saturday. I haven't decided yet. Welcome back, David. Hope you're doing good. And now we'll see if we can get Alonso past. Maybe 1 or 2 more cars if we're lucky. Second to last lap has begun. We're still pretty far down the order. But yeah, I think this kind of cements it here that we do need to have a little bit of a better car if we want to do this from the pit lane. There we go. Still going to keep on deploying here. It is Belgium. You can kind of deploy forever if you want. Well, forever in this case being like 4 laps, but you get the idea. And we might still be able to catch Russell here. We might still be able to have Alonso catch Russell. What happens if tire temps goes too high? It just starts losing tire. The tire just starts degrading faster. Tibin. So you lose more tire durability the higher the heat is, and if you go over the heat limit, it just starts dropping drastically. So there's nothing really bad about it, but it's not recommended. Season 2 of the Viewers Championship stream. Hello. Season 2 for the Viewers Championship streams. Nero will be this weekend, yes. Anyone here loves Sainz and Williams? I'd love to team with them for the next season. The Williams fanboys are here. I know one Williams fan that unfortunately got left out last time. So that might be your teammate Sanjita. Yeah. Basically, tip in here as before we end this this stream here. If you take a look at tires, you can go here, click tires. You'll get an overview of tire temp. Now, generally, as long as you don't go over 105 degrees, in this case, the limit, you'll be okay. Degradation won't be too high. It is dangerous seeing, it is, scary to see overheating. It is scary to see tire wear rate. But it is still following the expected tire degradation, and that's the important part here. If we take a look at Sainz, he's been running with overheated tire the entire time, but he has also pushed him a little bit past the limit. So you can see that the degradation is higher than anticipated because he's been running 105 max degree tire at 110, 108, and it's been lost a little bit of extra tire durability due to it. So again, there's no problem. There's nothing inherently bad with running the tires at the limit like Alonso is right now. As long as you will have enough tire to get to the end of the race, then you can be happy. 1-2 from Red Bull, Piastri 3rd, Leclerc 4th, Norris gets 5th. Bad luck though, Norris. Hamilton 6th, we snatch 7th, and Sainz is going to be finishing 11th. So the no stopper from Alonso was definitely the better idea here. I'm so sorry I died to you, Nieto, but I think Sainz also did get screwed over a little bit by the safety car and me being a little bit aggressive. Thought the tire will get a puncture. So Tibin, the tires can only puncture after they go below 20% durability. So until they hit 20% here, until the tire durability is 20%, they cannot physically get a puncture. If you get a puncture without it happening, you basically have crashed with someone else and lost all your tire durability. So generally, as an idea there, you do need to. You don't really need to worry about that. Straight up. Check the only team worth trying for. Can a newspaper moderator have an illegal rocket next to you? I was thinking that the two drivers on my team Tekker this season was going to be the creator of the database editor, Ignacio Ureta, as well as Mike Takumi, the guy who makes the Steam written guides and probably knows more about the game than the devs and way more than me, for instance. Basically, two big resources for new people joining this game. Was the idea, at least. So, well, it could be funny, of course. For this one, I think I'm going to just have those two there. And we'll have basically those two be kind of guest spots if we do more of this in future. Who got left out last season? You mentioned Nero. I'm going to add them in this season. They'll be basically guaranteed to join. So, I'll have to ask if that person wants to join. But until they say yes or no, I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret. The only thing that matters is that he didn't make any pit stops. Yes, true. That is going to be it for today. We are probably going to continue this some other time. A little bit of a mid-season stream here, so mid-season. That's bad. The VO Championships are still their own season, so this is the mid-season stream. Basically, as I said, a little bit of a stream in the middle of the week here, where we are just messing around with the pit lane start challenge, if you will. I still say getting forward Sauber would be acceptable. I would like to be a little bit higher. So we'll have to see what we can improve next time around. We'll have the whole summer break to figure out what I can improve, so to speak. But yeah, thank you all for dropping by. I'm going to sit down, get a little bit on the Review Championship rule set. And we'll have to see if we open submissions tonight or tomorrow. But it's going to be soon, TM. But yeah. What's the secret? Well, it wouldn't be a secret if I told you, Ty. But yeah, it's someone that I enjoy watching. Let's just say it like that. Chad Alonso. But yeah, we'll deal with that some other time. Again, soon TM. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.